Hello, everyone, and welcome to more Super Mario World. I believe last time we did this by the Oink. I believe last time we played this, we got through this level via running as fast as we could. Now, okay. Okay. So, I don't know if I stated it, at all. I feel like it was something that I would have, talked about. But I am not a good Mario player. In fact, it's not that I'm not a good Mario player, it's that for some reason, and I've yet to figure out how this works. For some odd reason, I am sometimes really, really good at this game. And other times, I am absolutely abysmal at this game. I have no idea why that is. Hey, yep, we're in a different area. I thought I hadn't collected enough coins. Whee! Oh, frick. So, again, this level can be beaten in two ways. One of those ways is by running through it as fast as you can. And the other is by collecting all of the coins. And by all, I do mean all. Like, if you miss any coin, like I just did, it doesn't go well for you in the level. So, let me just get back up here so I can grab the coin. Goodbye. If you don't grab all of the coins and you don't run as fast as you can to complete the level, then you will actually get I think a third exit, if I remember right. I could be wrong. That could just straight up be impossible. And in the engine, and I could be completely wrong about that. But it's what I remember. Because I remember getting very confused on this level. Because I reached a point where I couldn't, progress, at all. And I was like, what the heck? I literally could not get any further in the level. And I don't immediately remember the exact specifics of it and how it works. So, but as you can see, that was a completely different path than we went through last time. So, let's see where this takes us. Straight forward. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, basically, I think if you don't get all of the coins, you get an alternate, path. So, it's actually, you have to do it in order to get, a 96 star like, exit. So, also, here's a fun little fact. If you have a cape, you can basically fly infinitely with Yoshi with a blue shell. But if you need to conserve your shell, you can hit down and then spit the hit down and then hit Y. I think is the button I'm hitting. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea. Yes, Y. I had to actually look down at the controller. I actually have no idea, though. Like the names, where the buttons are, all that. Good. Yes, death is what I wanted. It was not actually what I wanted, but it does work. I'm trying to think. Yes, Chocolate Island 2 will be fine. Because I can just go up here and get Yoshi. Again. Like so. And start select to exit the level. Whee! I'm going the wrong way. This way. Chocolate Island 3. But yeah, if you ever need to stop so that you can conserve your shell, you can push down and then the, I think it's either Y or X. I think both do the same thing in the end. There's also just death. But I think both do the same thing, Y and X, equally. Frick you! I forgot I didn't have the cape, so I had no infinite flight. Whee! This is actually going to be hard, because I don't think I have legitimately done this level properly in a long time. So, like, I think I usually just use Yoshi to fly. Which brings up, a statement, if you will, that I once made several years back. And that is that, if you think about it, speedrunners are not good at the games they play. And of course, you're gonna hear that and you're immediately gonna go, Serene, speedrunners have to be like excellent at the games they play in order to speedrun. And I will absolutely give you that. However, here's my reasoning for my statement. The reasoning is that while they are good at the portion of the game that they are going through in their speedrun, also, again, that's how I usually do it, right there. So, but while they are usually good at the portion of the game that they speedrun, it is not necessarily true that they are good at playing the game like the legitimate, the normal, you know, the however you want to word it, way. Playing through it, going from level 1 to level final. Yes, I said level final, not final level. But like playing through it, I don't want to say the intended way. Certainly some of these speedrunning tricks people use are very clearly not intended, right? So I don't think it's, like, wrong to say the intended way. But I know that somebody is gonna, like, freak out because I said they don't play the intended way. As if I'm, like, gatekeeping. But I just mean, like, the way that the devs envisioned, playing and beating the game. And that is clearly not the way that a lot of speedrunners do it. Considering that they utilize, a lot of them utilize things like bugs and glitches and stuff, right? So, but, like, that's sort of my, like, idea when I'm saying that, right? Is that speedrunners, like, the speedrunners are absolutely good at the game. The part that they play, But that doesn't necessarily mean that they are good at the game as a whole, Oh my god. This part sucks. Like, getting past some of those swamps is really tricky. Also, you always want to jump on here because there is a very real possibility that while it's doing the fade out, the bridge will collapse under you. Like during this, where it's fading out and I'm still moving up the the platform is still pushing me up there. Like if the bridge disappears under me during that, you will fall into the lava and die. Which is really kind of fun, actually. So I learned to do the first 2 hits. If you can get the 3rd hit, which is not always the easiest to do based off of the fireballs, then get that, but don't get that final hit until you're safe on a platform. Because otherwise you very much can, during the credits essentially, fall and die. I really do think it's actually pretty hilarious that that's a mechanic. And of course, I know there's many, like, Kaizo style, mods, ROM hacks, whatever you want to call them, that, like, utilize that, where it's like, oh, but you have to do something in order to, complete the level. I can't get up there. Oh well, I'm not gonna worry about it. Bye, Yoshi. This is fine. I should be perfectly fine from here. Even, like, I should be fine without Yoshi. It shouldn't be a big deal. So. Oh, you frick. You frick. I was like, is this going to be the first time I do it? I have never gotten all 9 to be the same thing. I have never seen the big, like, you got them all reward. I know it's just more 1-ups, but, like, I've never seen it, Because I'm always 1 off. Like, even if I'm doing just like I was there and jumping with the same exact, like, jumps, I still end up off somewhere for some reason. On at least one. Frick. I used to know all of these. Frick. Nope. Nope. I only knew one. I used to know all of those by heart. In fact, as ridiculous as it sounds, I actually, one of my siblings, like, got legitimately mad at me one day. Which I thought was ridiculous. Because, like, I was just playing for fun and whatnot, and I got to that part. And I, like, it was on one of the earlier levels, but I, like, did not get a single one of them right. And she literally looks at me and goes, "You used to know all of those. What the heck? Like, what's wrong with you?" I'm like, "What? Excuse me?" Yes, when I was, you know, like 6 playing this game. I've not even played the game since I was like 6, and I'm 19 now. I was like, what? You can't expect me to remember, you know, almost, what, 10 years, you know, over 10 years later? But she, like, and it's, I'm not exaggerating either, like, she legitimately got, like, angry. I'm like, what? Why are you angry that, you know, like 10 years ago, I knew something and now I don't? I don't understand. It was so weird. I have a really, like, ridiculous family. I don't know. This has just always been my life, though. Gonna be honest. I jumped just a little too early on that one. Actually, I'm doing alright, so maybe today is a good Mario day. Maybe I just kinda... You know... just jumping into enemies for no reason at all. I think today is not a good Mario day. After all. This is a trick that only works on single player. I actually come back here. So the reason this doesn't work on single player is because once you exit the level, it switches to the next player. And so if you want to do this, where you come to this level to get, you know, capes, then, like, you can't do that, you know, get 2 capes like that from that. So, also, I don't really know that it was faster to go up the warp pipe. It was less levels, but I don't think it was faster. I think it was slower. Because you had to, like, go through the levels, you know. Also, this is honestly one of the hardest castles for me. I mean, it is castle number 6, but I generally have more trouble with this one. I'm gonna say that I'm saying this now and watch me eat my words later. But I generally have more trouble with this one than I do trouble with, freaking, castle number 7. More than likely gonna eat those words, but because I know how it be. Also, it's interesting. The yellow and green blocks give a mushroom and a feather respectively. Gonna wait right here. But the red and blue blocks actually don't give any power-ups. You would think at least the red block would give, like, a fire flower or something. No! I didn't land on the thing. What? Can I have a rewind button? That was just dumb. Boink. I think you can make that. But you just, like, you have to go. Let me give it one try. Yeah. You just have to go. Ah! That was not cool. Stand right here. Yeah, like, whoop. High one up. Never seen that before. But, I mean, like, I'm not hitting the blue block there. But even if I did, like, nothing would come out. I was trying to hit it. I wanted to show that nothing would come out, but I wasn't actually, like, hitting it. Wait. Gotta be fast. Alright, checkpoint. Now this is actually the hard part. That part tends to be hard just because I usually get that checkpoint. So like, I don't, like, what the frick are you even on about, game? But yeah, like, that part tends to be hard just because I tend to get that checkpoint. So I haven't, like, done that section nearly as much as... Okay. So, like, I haven't done that section as much as I have this section. But that, like, section that I just did there is legitimately harder. Bop. Whee! Saw that coming. Ba-dum. Bonk. Got her. Honestly, she's real. Like, Wendy herself is not that hard. You know? The hardest part really is avoiding the double fireballs. But really, and I really should have done it from the start, but standing in that corner there, they almost never, like, hit that because they're synchronized otherwise. Wendy O. Koopa in Castle Number 6 has sung her last song. Mario must meet the challenge that is now before him. There's a sunken ship that appears to be a gateway to the Valley of Bowser. A sunken airship, to be exact. Sunken ghost ship. But yeah, having not played Mario 3, prior to having played this, I wasn't even aware, by Yoshi by the way, of the whole, like, you know, Bowser's airships thing. But, like, that's what this is supposed to be, from what I understand. This is supposed to be, a reference to the airships you know, to Bowser's airships in Mario 3. You have to be really careful going through here. I mean, you can just, like, blaze through if you're good enough. I am not. So I just go through like this, nice and slow. Ah. Oh. I got far enough. The ghosts are gone. This boo's gonna come over. Alright. And here we go. This is the easy part. Technically speaking. What? Honestly. Technically speaking, this is the easy part. Whoa, I forgot about that. But yeah, that little question mark block there, that is the same thing as what you would find at, I think it's the boom booms in the fortress levels of Mario 3. They would have that. Oh boy. Alright, well, we're in the final world. I can guarantee this won't be the last episode because we've got several worlds, you know, several levels, and then also, you know, both Larry's Castle and Bowser's Castle still to do this run. But maybe that there is a chance that I might be able to get through it all in 2 episodes, I want to say. Oh, okay. I was like, I don't have Yoshi. But no, there's a Monty Mole there that will get me across, so that's good. But these are absolutely some of the hardest levels at this point. So, hey! I always flub that. You can, like, from what I understand, you can make that. I've just never done it. But from what I understand, you are supposed to be able to, like, make that jump without having to, you know, open up those blocks there. Sir? I need you to not do that. I'm aware that you can do that, but I need you to not do that, please. Oh, frick. Oh, well. Worked out. Not fall there, because otherwise I'll get stuck. Sir? How rude. Bonk. Oh, I didn't need to go that way. Maybe it is down then. Or maybe it's up. I don't remember. Let's find out what's up here. Bam, 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 bam. Oh. Nope. Frick. Nope. I got none of them right. I see that that took me backwards, though. So that tells me that I needed to go a different way. Alright, let's try this again. This way! Through the pipe! Jump! Missed. Alright. That was good enough. That was good enough. Now, if you can find the secret path in this level, this level will actually take you straight to Bowser. They'll take you to that, like, fortress level, and that fortress level will then take you straight to a door that is, like, basically leads straight to Bowser. So, but you have to find the secret, and I'm thinking... I was gonna say, I'm thinking that requires Yoshi, but no, I don't. I think it actually requires not having Yoshi, specifically. Because, so, they give you these wings so that you don't have to get rid of Yoshi. Because you are legitimately too big with Yoshi to get through this. Do 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 boo 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 boo. Da 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 da. You don't gain any speed, by the way, by pushing up against the wall. Pushing up against the wall just allows you to go, like, the instant that you're able to go. So, I actually need to wait. Right, there's nothing down that way. It's just for getting those coins, more or less. This part is really rough. If you don't know the way, you could very easily lose along, you know, just trying to get through here. Also, I like that this is just big enough for you to survive as Big Mario. Like, it's that one extra block. If it didn't have that extra block, you would actually die. I think that's really, really interesting. You know, just some of the neat little, like, game design tricks that are used. There we go. So yeah, you can't get through there without Yoshi, which means you can't get here to the keyhole. Valley Fortress. But that will have to wait until next time. I am going to go over and do the castle, of course. But I might do this level too, just for the fun of it. So, I'm not sure yet. Also, I want to see if I can get the secret on the ghost house. I so rarely ever get that, so. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. There's a playlist so that you can get caught up on any episodes you might have missed. There's also links to Patreon and Discord down below. Check those out. And with that, I'll see you all next time. See you later.